Good morning. It is a Monday, July 28th. I'm Whitney Turner. Thanks so much for joining us for Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast, streaming at 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. We want to get right to meteorologist Belle Oliver with a check of that First Alert forecast. It is a WVLT First Alert weather day.
Yeah, are going to be pretty steamy over the next few days. Steamy and hot, that is the two main words for this week. Again, we are under a heat advisory today here in East Tennessee. This goes until Tuesday at 8 p.m. So tomorrow you can see it does include Knox County, back down towards McMinn County along the Southern Valley. This is for heat indices or feels like temperatures into the triple digits, maybe even as high as 105. So get ready for the heat. It's going to be here with us over the next few days. 93 today for our afternoon high. We'll keep a calm wind today, mixture of sun and clouds, maybe see an afternoon pop-up shower here or there. But temperatures right now into the middle 80s, 84 in Knoxville, 84 there in Oak Ridge, 88 in Rockwood. Again, we're going to be heating up, and we're going to be heating up quick. You can see our average for this time of year, only about 88 degrees, but we still have those two First Alert weather days for today into tomorrow. We could see another one by Wednesday. Of course, we'll keep you updated there on the forecast, but I'll tell you more about those hot temperatures coming up. Wendy.
All right, Belle, thanks so much. Well, a Knox County Sheriff's deputy is recovering in the hospital after a head-on crash. It happened around 10 o'clock last night. The sheriff's office says the deputy and his probationary officer were responding to a call of a fight at the Ingalls in Halls when this crash happened. The deputy was taken to UT Medical Center, but the other officer did not need medical treatment. KCSO says the driver of the other car is hurt too. The crash is under investigation. We are working to learn more on the deputy's condition. Trust us to keep you updated. Meanwhile, we have a sad news story to report this morning. We are learning more about the victim in a drowning in Monroe County. It happened yesterday afternoon on River Road at Bald River Falls. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says the victim is a 37-year-old man originally from Loudoun County. He was in town visiting from Florida. Deputies say search operations have concluded. Well, a person in Knox County is lucky to be alive. It's all thanks to the quick actions of an investigator with the medical examiner's office. The Knox County Medical Examiner's office was contacted about a dead body, but when investigator Kenzie Sellers arrived, she realized that person was not actually dead.
When she started her examination, she noticed that the signs were not consistent with a death, and even believed she noticed a twitch, in which time she jumped into action.
That's Chris Thomas, the director of the Knox County Regional Forensic Center. He says Sellers administered several doses of Narcan to the person until emergency services got there. With the help of the Knoxville Police Department, Sellers was successful in fully reviving the person. That person was transported to a local facility in stable condition. Thomas says he's proud of Sellers and her life-saving techniques.
We don't train for this, so this is not exactly training that you receive in our facility. We don't teach life-saving measures. Obviously, we focus on how to, how to pronounce cause and manner of death.
He says Sellers was in the right place at the right time, and the person she revived is in stable condition. Meanwhile, the Knoxville Fire Department says employees involved in an incident on Friday have been assigned to, quote, administrative duties pending the outcome of an internal investigation. KFD Assistant Chief Mark Wilbanks says that incident happened Friday when crews responded to a reported medical emergency. He did not share any more details. Wilbanks released this statement saying in part, quote, we extend our heartfelt sympathy to the individual and their family, holding them close in our thoughts during this challenging time. He went on to say, quote, the Knoxville Fire Department is committed to full cooperation with all agencies involved to ensure that the facts are uncovered and appropriate action is taken. Again, no word on what happened during this incident. As we get those details, we'll share them with you. In Monroe County, a woman is facing more than a dozen charges. Madisonville police say Amanda Hayes almost crashed into an officer head-on and nearly hit volunteers distributing food. Police say it happened yesterday morning on Highway 411 South. The car came to a rest in the Good Shepherd Center parking lot. Authorities say Hayes narrowly missed volunteers but did hit a parked car. She is facing 13 charges, including reckless endangerment and driving under the influence. No one is hurt. The Tennessee National Guard airlifted a young hiker in the Smoky Mountains on Friday. That call came in around 1:30 for a hiker that had fallen and hurt their head on the Rainbow Falls Trail. A crew took a helicopter to the trail and airlifted the hiker. The medical team was able to get that hiker to the hospital by 3:15. No word yet on the hiker's condition this morning. Well, you may have felt it while you were sleeping. A small earthquake shook parts of East Tennessee over the weekend. It happened just after midnight Sunday outside of Sevierville. The 2.3 magnitude quake was about 1 mile down in depth. That's relatively small. You might remember the 4.1 magnitude earthquake that was felt across East Tennessee in May. That quake was felt as far as Atlanta, Georgia. And we want to get back to
your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver.
And luckily you are tracking some relief for us on the way.
Yeah, we got to get through all this heat first before we talk about that relief coming on later this week. But y'all, I feel like I'm finally back into fitting in with everyone else across the Deep South. Many of these heat alerts have been in place for parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Middle Tennessee and West Tennessee last week, and now finally East Tennessee getting right into those heat advisories. This goes until tomorrow at 8 p.m. These heat advisories going to be for Knox County back down towards McMinn County there and across the Southern Valley. That's why we are in a WVLT First Alert Weather Day today. That'll get going to get extended into our Tuesday as well. That intense heat indices looking to be into those triple digits, could be high as 107. So please make sure you are staying safe from the heat. Of course, I know we're all accustomed to the heat, especially in summertime. In East Tennessee, it's July, but it is actually something to take pretty seriously. So some good tips for you: slowing down for summer, dressing for the summer as well. Of course, staying hydrated and taking lots of that water in. Another good tip is to stay out of the direct sunlight, wear light colored clothing, and if you can, stay inside the AC. And one people usually don't think about is checking in on your pets, of course. They need to stay safe from the heat as well. Right now, it is 84 degrees there in Knoxville, a nice mixture of sun and clouds out there. Starting off for our Monday, a light wind variable at 3 miles per hour. And that's the same trend for today. Still going to be pretty hot and steamy, with maybe a few of those afternoon downpours. So looking at a few light showers there, really to the north of Knoxville, and some clouds out toward the plateau. But most of us staying relatively dry today. And again, we're going to stay mostly dry into this afternoon as well, but a few of you may see a couple of those showers. Temperatures all across the board into the 80s, 82 in Spring City, Rockwood at 88, 79 in Jamestown, 83 in Maynardville, and 89 degrees in Danridge. Of course, those are our air temperatures. We're feeling a couple degrees hotter thanks to that humidity. By this afternoon, temperatures reach into the low 90s, 93 degrees, keeping a chance for really a 20 to 30% chance to see a couple spotty showers and a few thunderstorms too, with a calm wind for your Monday. Look at this. This is heat impacts for today. You'll notice a lot of us into that extreme category for most of East Tennessee. So for real, heat, it can be pretty brutal. So please make sure, if you or a loved one is going outside today, make sure to take a lot of breaks. All across the southeast, kind of dealing with a lot of that heat impact. We've dealt with it last week and still going to be dealing with it for the remainder of this week as well. Well, the rest of the afternoon, a mixture of sun and clouds, maybe a few spotty downpours here and there. Again, only about a 20 to 30% chance of seeing some of these. And again, of course, if you get some rain, that's good for you, and especially for those plants as well. Going into tonight, maybe a few more spotty showers, but again, most of us looking to be pretty dry with a few passing clouds. Tuesday, same story, different day. Temperature is going to be feeling like the triple digits, maybe even high as 105 into the afternoon. Going to be pretty steamy, hot and sticky. But again, just like Whitney said, relief is on the way. Trust me, we're looking at some rain chances push in by Thursday into Friday. Have a cold front push through actually. That's going to bring those temperatures down into the 80s. Yes, you heard me right, 80s. They're going to be in here by really about Friday. We're looking at that to happen. Again, first alert weather days continue throughout Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances increase by Thursday into Friday. Middle 80s by next weekend.
All right, Belle, thank you so much. We've certainly been feeling that heat outside, and as Belle just said, it's getting hotter before that relief is on the way. And a lot of people are working outside in this dangerously hot weather. Our road workers and first responders have to be out in the sun, so they are taking extra precautions. Rural Metro says if they have to work a fire, they are more at risk now. But everyone who has to work in the sun should be mindful of the dangers. TDOT says their crews are doing as much as they can at night when the sun is down and the temperatures are lower.
We're able to get a lot of work done in the overnight hours. For example, our resurfacing taking place this week on Chapman Highway, parts of I-40 on multiple different counties in East Tennessee. That work is able to take place at night. So at least it's a little bit cooler, but it's still very hot and humid outside.
Even if you aren't outside working, it's best to stay out of the heat. That may mean getting your outdoor stuff taken care of late at night or early in the morning. And if you start to feel overheated, find shade, go inside, try to cool down. With the hottest weather of the summer moving in, unfortunately, that hot weather lingering through at least the middle of this week, the Tennessee Valley Authority is expecting power demand to peak from today through Wednesday. Officials say they're prepared for extreme weather all year long, but there are ways you can put less stress on the grid and save yourself some money. One of the most effective ways to do that is by checking your thermostat.
Mine is set to 78. That is what is recommended for energy efficiency. But the deal is, the higher you can raise your thermostat, for every degree, you're going to save up to 3% on your power bills, okay? So one thing I'd recommend is maybe when you're away from home, go ahead and bump it up a few degrees, and then you can lower it at night when you're sleeping to be most comfortable, and then bump it again when you're out of the house.
The TVA also says make sure the filters are clean in your AC unit. That makes a big difference. Use ceiling fans to help cool down rooms when people are in them. And if you have a grill, consider using it to cook outside. That way you don't have your stove on, heating your home. And a reminder to use large appliances during nighttime hours. Well, if you are looking to beat the heat this week, there is some fun happening at Soaky Mountain Water Park. Today is National Water Park Day, and season pass holders at Soaky Mountain can bring a friend for free. It's lasting all day long. And it's now officially the last week of July, which means many East Tennessee students are set to head back to school this week. Oak Ridge students went back today. You can almost smell the textbooks and hear that class bell ringing already because Blount, Fentress, Hamlin, and Roane County schools, they're back in session Thursday. Cock, McMinn, and Monroe County schools are heading back Friday. And Knox County School starts Thursday, August 7th. We've got a full list of school openings inside your WVLT News app. And this weekend, Shoes for School is back. The Knoxville Urban League is hosting it on Saturday morning at Covenant Health Park in downtown Knoxville. It's a free event. Kindergartners through 5th graders can get a new pair of shoes and some school supplies. It's going to run from 9 to noon Saturday morning. They are still asking for booth sponsors, volunteers, and donations if you can help them. And 40% of Tennessee families are food insecure, which means for those families, access to a healthy meal at school is incredibly important to their well-being. Usually there are programs through the summer to keep them fed, but Tennessee decided not to participate in the federal summer EBT program. It provides $120 per child on an EBT card to be spent on groceries during the summer months. More than 600,000 kids relied on the program last summer, but it cost the state close to $6 million. The governor opted out and tried a state-run program instead. The thing is, it's limited.
That program only focuses on 15 counties in Tennessee. It also only serves at max 25,000 kids.
You heard her. That's only 4% of the kids who used the program last year, and it still cost the state about $3 million, more than half of the federal program. The governor could decide to opt back into it next year. We'll keep you updated. And Dollywood is saying thank you to our military, first responders, medical employees, as well as teachers, school system employees, and government workers. This week, they are bringing back Public Employees Appreciation Day. It starts today. It runs through September 14th. Those who qualify will be able to buy a one-day Dollywood admission ticket for just $59 plus tax. If you want to take advantage of the offer, you do need to verify your employment status online first. Once you have been verified, you'll be able to get the deal. Public employees will also be able to get special rates at the Dreammore Resort, along with the Hartsong Lodge and Resort. We've got a link for you to get the offer now. It's in the As Seen On section of your WVLT News app. And this week, Dairy Queen locations in and around Knoxville are raising money for East Tennessee Children's Hospital. It's happening this Thursday. It's all part of Miracle Treat Day. For every Blizzard sold, $1 or more will be donated to the hospital through Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Officials say the money goes toward purchasing life-saving equipment, addressing immediate needs. If you are wondering which Dairy Queen locations near you are taking part in Miracle Treat Day, we've got the full list right now inside your WVLT News app. And Knox County residents, you can visit the Sunsphere for free this Friday. It's part of First Fridays in Knoxville. Visit the Sunsphere's observation deck at no charge. Just need to show your Knox County driver's license. After Friday, there's going to be 2 more free local Sunsphere days this year. And this weekend, the first Major League Baseball game ever in Tennessee. It's the Speedway Classic at Bristol Motor Speedway. Take a look. We've been telling you about this game and the transformation of the stadium, which is really starting to look like a real baseball facility there. You can see the grass and the infield down inside the high banks. The game's on Saturday between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch is at 7 o'clock. We are celebrating America's 250th birthday with interesting facts about East Tennessee and the state in general. On this date in 1936, Norris Dam went online. It was the first dam constructed by the Tennessee Valley Authority. The dam was built for flood control, to generate hydroelectric energy, and to help river navigation. The town of Norris was created to house construction workers and became a model city for others across the nation. Today, Norris Lake has 800 miles of shoreline and is a popular recreational site. Just got to be safe out there when you're trying to beat the heat. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv inside your WVLT News app and, of course, on WVLT's social media pages. We hope you stay safe out there.